Hello students, and welcome to my virtual field trip. This is for our third grade class, and in it we're going to see many different ecosystems around the world. Where we live is also considered an ecosystem. For this field trip, I want you to view the different ones that I have found and see how they are different from each other. I want to see what kinds of life you think live in these ecosystems. I want you to come up with the answers and click the place marks over here to see a picture or a video about each place. So our first place we're going to is the ship the Kasimaru. Now the Kasimaru is a sunken ship, so what I want you to do is turn on the sunken ship layer, which is over here. You go to oceans and scroll down a little bit, you have things that's called shipwrecks, and I want you to turn that on. And if you notice over here, there isn't an icon for the sunken ship, but this is the location where the Kasimaru sank. Now I want you to think, when on a ship, what kind of creatures live on the ship? Now what if the ship had sunk? Then what kind of creatures do you think would live there? I want you to write your answers in the journal, and then I want you to watch this video about the Kasimaru, and it tells you how, and it'll tell you what type of creatures live on it now, and how humans have adapted to how it is now. Our next step is to go to Antarctica. So I want you to double click on this tab, and it'll take us to Antarctica. Now I want you to use the Explore the Ocean layer, which is this one. This is one of the coldest places on Earth. So what kind of creatures do you think would survive this climate? I gave you an example here. There are killer whales that live in the Antarctica, in the waters surrounding it. The temperature never gets warmer than about 26 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, and it's about around negative 18 degrees in the winter. There is around 4 miles of ice on the continent. Do you think a human could live in this environment? Next to this place mark, if you close the screen, you see this little blue dot. I want you to click on that, and it'll show you a video about emperor penguins and a group of researchers that went to Antarctica to study them. Now, there's another thing in Antarctica. You'll remember that, right next to you on the table, there is a book, and it's called The Endurance. And it is about a team of people who came and wanted to cross Antarctica. So they wanted to come and land right about here and then journey on foot across Antarctica. They never made it. So I want you to look at the pictures and read the story of their voyage. So as you read the story, this is the location where Shackleton's ship actually sank, because their ship got stuck in the ice. So if you notice, they never even made it to the mainland continent. They were still out in the ice. And this is a picture of their ship that got stuck, the Endurance. And I want you to read about what they had to do to survive. Now here, if you click on this next one, we have Shackleton's route. And you can see it is outlined for you. They started in South Georgia and the Sandwich Islands, and they made this long loop. I want you to look at each place they stopped and read about their journey. For a project, after you're done looking at this and reading the story, I want you to come up with an idea of your own story to write about a journey you went on. Maybe add some kind of adventure, or maybe your car broke down in the middle of the desert, and how did you survive? I want you to think about that and write a story about it. Our next stop is the Malaysian rainforest. And this one, I want you to use the photos layer, which is right over here. If you see it, it says photos. I just want you to click it on. The temperature around here is around 70 to 90 degrees, so that's much different than Antarctica. And the humidity is very high. I want you to look at these. You can see these little pictures right here. I want you to click on them and see what the rainforest looks like. And I want you to think about how people have adapted to the rainforest. So if you look at some of these, there are actually some pictures of settlements and things where people live. I want you to think about how humans have adapted to living in the rainforest. I want you to find some pictures that support your claim. And when you're done, I want you to look up on the computer what kind of people live in Malaysia and what their culture is like. Like, what do they wear? What kind of art do they do? What kind of dances do they have? We'll be working on some art projects later about their culture. All right, now that you are done, I want you to look for more habitats in our own state of Utah. I want you to find some that might be like the ones that I have showed you. And then I want you to just look for some that they have around here. Find some pictures, see what kind of animals live around here, etc. And there's my Google Earth tour. Hope you enjoyed it.